Hello. It's Wednesday, the 10th of December, 2025. Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story. I'm afraid it's not your story. Today's story is all about competing in the Porsche 911 GT1 Strassen version limited series. And this is part one of a two-part limited series. Let's get the game on screen. Let's have some game audio. John enters the chat on the YouTube side, waves his big hand to say hello. His big pink hand. Hello, John. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Right, so my only hope is that the cups in this limited series are not going to be long and painful. And if you're wondering how much the car will cost to upgrade to free across the board and therefore be in a position to complete the limited series because you don't currently own the car, the details will show up below. Let's get going. I, however, do already own the car and I do only own it at 21 upgrade. So this might be interesting. Right, so 15 tiers, tier 1, autocross. Good news, we have got a day's worth of free servicing. Tomorrow's stream will be 2 hours earlier to enable me to take advantage of that. Let's go. National Circuit at the Circuit of the Americas, autocross. Can't remember what this car is like. To be fair, I normally use the other car, which I think is a Mercedes. Nice to hear the roar though. Well, that was very easy. Easily completed that. Okay, one race completed, 45 races to go, 44 races to go. Okay, there we go. Oh no, that's still the schedule on screen. It'll come up shortly, the cost of the car. I think it's around 300-ish gold and about $1 million dollars, so it's not the most expensive car. Okay, speed record. I'm just going round because I think I'll win the early events relatively easy, as I've already got the car upgraded to free across the board. And the earlier tiers have a lower PR. There we go. Whoa. That being said, this car does feel just a little bit heavy. Here we go. 2 races completed, both first place. That's what I like to see. A nice, easy start. Okay, here's a big test. So we've got cup race, road course at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Ideally, I want this to be 1 lap, but it's 2. Oh dear. It's going to be a long, limited series. reckon I could have got first in one lap. Here we go, first before the end of lap 1, which means one wasted lap in my humble opinion. It's not even close. Okay, one lap completed, one more lap to do. Bit of a skid there. Push on through. Here we go. A significantly quicker second lap, no surprise, as it was a standing start. Boom. So that is tier 1 completed in just over 9 minutes. So, I mean, I'm only just on target to get 9 tiers done in 1.5 hours. That's not going to happen. Okay, tier 2 elimination at Mount Panorama. On the outside in the first corner and into first place. Oh, a bit of a stutter. Still in first place, 6 cars left in the fight. There we go. Yeehaw! Oh, hello. A bit of a mistake there. Right now, at least you can see the overall cost of the car to complete this series. Hope I'm right on that. I just kind of assumed it'd be free across the board. Ah, well. Okay, so in first place, 2 cars left in the race, and I am 500 yards ahead of second. There we go. Elimination completed. So far, so good. Service the car. It's free and it's instant. There'll be a few of those tonight. Let's do the junior course first. Okay, that's quite reasonable. 3 laps this early on. Would have probably preferred 2 though. How many cars in the race? Is it 16? Looks like 16. No, it's 22. Wow. Well, let's see how we get on, I guess. Overtaking's a bit hard for these cars. They're a bit massive. So I'm not going to get to first by the end of lap 1, that's for sure. However, there we go, first before the end of lap 1. But a bit of a lucky bump that was. Literally put me back on the road. Yeah, so again, probably could have got away quite easily with just this being 2 laps. This time, at the end of lap 2, easily in first. 1 more lap to go. Go. First place. On to endurance. Now, endurance, we'll just do what we need to do. There's no cap with it being all dollars. Should win the endurance quite easily. Indianapolis Motor Speedway again. Only need 5.6 miles. That'd be so easy. Yeah, it's another easy challenge, so I'm going to try my best just to finish above 5.6 and not much more. Still looking good to get first place. Really isn't hard, this. Keeping it going. I think I've only got another mile to go before I'm in first place. So I might just hang back behind this guy. But there you go, there's third. Up to this point, nice and easy, no real challenge at all. Completing each tier in 10 minutes at the moment. There we go, that's first place. 40 seconds still to go. I'm not going to overtake, I'm just going to stay behind this guy, and I'm not going to complete another lap. There we go. 2 tiers completed, 20 minutes passed. So we are at the moment on target to get 9 tiers done in 1.5 hours. Technically, I've still got a little bit of durability left, so I'm going to do the cup first in the next tier. Alright, so the cup, please be a 1 lap special. Come on, you can do it. It's the Grand Prix circuit at Nürburgring. There you go. That's what we want to see. 1 lap special. Only 11 cars to overtake. I'm 12. I'm 10. 9 cars to overtake. Nice and straightforward. So they're mixing it up. We go into first place. But fortunately, only 1 lap to do. This is excellent news. There we go. Making our way back. Okay, there we go. First place, pretty straightforward. Service the car. It is free and it is instant for the next 23 hours, 37 minutes. Okay, next up, head to head at Francorchamps. We might get 3 tiers done well within 30 minutes. It'd be good to be up. But this will be a 2-minute race, I feel. I'm going to take the inside as there's only 2 of us. Control that corner. Didn't do a good job of controlling that corner. That was rubbish. Fortunately, the car's got a bit more power than the competition, so we are in first and we're pulling away. Yards ahead a second now. yards. 400 yards ahead a second. That's 500 yards ahead a second. 600, 700, 800, 900. There we go. Again, another easy victory, but it was over 2 minutes to complete that lap. No hanging around today, let's get this done. Okay, speed record at the Grand Prix circuit at Suzuka. I think we'll be all right here, just starting at the start line as normal. I think we'll have an opportunity of getting first place towards the end of the lap. Well, as we are still in 7th place. Okay, here we go, long straight. There we go. Easily into first place. Currency John enters the chat and says hello. Says, your channel was first in my YouTube recap 2025. Well, how about that? I'm making inroads. Thank you very much for saying hello, watching the channel, and your nice comment there. Lord Night Moon says hello also. Welcome along. Good to see you again. All right, on to tier 4, and we're not yet at 30 minutes of streaming. That's pretty good, I'd say. Right, 2 fast races as well to begin with. Let's do the speed snap first. 105 miles per hour. Up, up, up. There we go. A little bit of dropped audio there, but we'll see how we get on. There we go. First place. Still a bit of durability left. On to do the autocross at Club Circuit at Circuit de Catalunya. 15 seconds. It's a quickie. It really is a quickie. First again. And we've just hit the 30-minute mark, so I'd say that's pretty good. %, time for some rewards. 3 laps around the short circuit at the Porsche test track. Okay, this should be all right. This should be fun. I'm glad it's not the dynamic circuit, especially as we've got 22 races, therefore 21 to overtake to get first place. Might be a bit bumping because it's a bit of a tight one, this one. Okay, up into 7. Yeah, that's 6. 5th. Into 2nd place by the end of lap 1. Should get first here. There we go. So I did think that might be a bit of a toughie, but yeah, straightforward still. I was a bit aggressive, did cause a few bumps. That is 2 laps completed. Onto the final lap. This is for going above 25% as well, so there'll be a set of rewards coming our way. Oh, hello. Oh. Service the car. It's free and it's instant. So there we go. That is 4 tiers completed. There we go. First set of rewards, including 5 gold. But that's it. Okay, tier 5. Let's start with elimination at Laguna Seca. We are pumping the numbers out. Nice thing about elimination is no matter what track you're doing, if you finish first, it's always the same amount of time. There we go, into 4th. Now that 3rd. Now that 2nd. And into 1st. There we go, definitely got a podium. There we go, 1st place. No showstoppers up to this point. Next up, head-to-head at the Grand Prix circuit at Red Bull Ring. Do you like my head-to-heads? Let's go. There we go, we already got 1st. Well, say that. Off track there. That wasn't so good. Well, we've got a few hiccups on the airplay this evening. Yes, we are in 1st place, 100 odd yards ahead of 2nd. into the final corner. Here we go. Boom. No messing. Right. So this will be interesting. How many laps in the Cup? It's at the club circuit at Circuit of the Americas, and it's 4 laps. They're starting to get longer. We're not even halfway through the limited series. Right, I'll overtake 20 seconds and then I'm out to the outside. Into 9, into 8, into 7. Into 5th. Got 2 on that corner. Up. Into 4th. Okay, I think that's going to be it. So, pretty sure the end of lap 1's here. There it is. 3 cars to overtake, 3 laps to go. I do like those odds. Okay, there we go, into 3rd place. Two laps to go, 2 cars to overtake. Let's see if I can get him here. Oh dear. Might just lost that. There we go, lost it. Pushed just a bit too hard. Braked a little bit too late into the corner. Can I get him on the inside? No. There we go, into 2nd. Okay, 1 more lap to go, 1 car to overtake. There you go. First place. Lap markers caught and overtaken. All right, there we go. That is that's 5 tiers completed in 40. Well, under 45 minutes. I'd say that makes me up by 5 and a bit minutes. Car doesn't need servicing. We'll have a look at what's in the next tier. So I'm going to do the Cup and then do the endurance without servicing the car. So the Cup National Circuit at Dubai Autodrome, 4 laps again. That's fine, it is a shorter track. 22 cars though to overtake. All right. Now what? Down the middle. Down the middle again. As he comes inside, onto the outside. Take the inside this time. into 5th place. Here we go, into 4th. Yes. Right, so there we go, we're in 4th place, 3 laps to go, 3 cars to overtake. Let's see if we can get him. There we go, just about. I've got the inside line, so should be able to hold it. A bit of work now to catch up on 2nd. Alrighty. Right, 2 laps to go, 2 cars to overtake. There we go, that's 2nd. Yeah. On the tail almost of 1st. Right on the tail of 1st, going into the final lap. 1 car to overtake, 1 lap left, right on his tail. Just give him a little nudge just to say hello. Into 1st. Do we keep it? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Hey, look, back marker's being caught as well. There we go. Big lead. There we go, 1st place. I'm not going to service the car because I'm going to do the endurance. Still think the car's good enough to get first place. Let's go. Need to get 6.2 miles. Let's see how we get on. Not a good start. One mile done. Excuse me. Bit of water. One mile done. 5 and a bit miles to go. That is 7th place. That is 2 miles completed. Well, that can't catch that car, probably because of the fact the car just technically needs servicing. Get him on the corner though. There we go. 3 miles done. We're just about halfway there. And 1 lap just about completed. So I don't need to complete the 2nd lap. 5th place. 4 miles completed. Place. 5 miles completed, just another mile. I've got 50 seconds to do it in. I think we're going to be all right here. We are 6 miles and 3rd. That's 2nd. There we go, 1st. With a car that needs servicing. There we go. 1st place. Okay, 1 more. Service the car, it's free and it's instant. 1 more race to do in tier 6. And I do believe we'll still be 5 minutes ahead of schedule. Drag race. Let's go. Guaranteed third place. Let's see if we can get second. Not the best of starts there. Second we have, on to get in first place. Final race in the drag race. This is for top spot. There we go. Nice. And easy. Boom. So that's tier 6 completed within 55 minutes. As I said, 5 minutes ahead of schedule. This is not a bad limited series up to this point. Please keep the cups low in terms of laps, please. Right, 40%. On to tier 7. Speed Snap. Another quick race. We do like our quick races in limited series, because otherwise it can get a bit long. Go. Easy does it. Gaming Gang M5U says hi in the chat. Hello to you, sir. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hi in the chat. Next up, head-to-head at Laguna Seca. Another reasonably short race. 1 lap. That's what I like to see. This is going very well. Very well indeed up to this point. If I'm done well before an hour and a half after 9 tiers, I will do tier 10 as well. Why not? Yeah, we're winning quite easily. No cheating here today, hopefully. I don't mean to if I do. Plan is to mostly obey the rules of good gentleman racing. So no going off track, no cutting corners. Try my best not to smash into anyone. A little bit difficult sometimes on some of the tighter courses. There we go. Boom. So that's the quick races in tier 7 completed. On to the cup. National circuit at Circuit de Catalunya. And again, it's 4 laps. You know what? I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that. Let's go. 22 cars, 21 to overtake. Let's get that done. So I'm going to try and keep this as clean as possible. Might be a bit harder because I think I'm on the wrong side. Never mind. Oh, there we go, up into 8. Now that's 6. Nudge, did nothing too drastic. Okay, so end of lap 1. I am in 4th. 3 cars to overtake. 3 laps to go. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, that was close. There we go, into 3rd. One right on the tail, and I'm on the tail of 2nd. Alright. Two cars to overtake, 2 laps to go. Let's right there. Technically I'm into 2nd if I can hold it. There we go. Oh. A little bit off track there, wasn't paying attention. Catch up to 1st. Okay, final lap, 1 car to overtake. Have we got him here? Well, we're in the lead, can we keep it? There we go. Right, can we catch and overtake a back marker? Yes, we can. This isn't a bad car, you know. This is it's all right. It feels heavy. But it seems relatively well balanced between acceleration, top speed, brakes and gear. So it's a good car to drive. John says, I always take a shortcut on this track configuration, which is fine. I'm doing my best just to do it the proper way for once. That's all. That's all. There we go. That is 7 tiers completed. I might just again hold off on servicing the car. So we're still 5 minutes ahead of schedule. Let's do, in fact, we're a little bit more than that. Let's do the Sebring International Circuit. Now, this is 4 laps. Let's get this out of the way. The car is just on the borderline of needing surgery, servicing. I mean, maybe it does need surgery. Who knows? So, 4 laps, 21 cars to overtake. Let's see how we get on. I do enjoy racing on this track. Oh, just gone off there. There we go, into 5th. Into 4th. Down into 5th. Whoops, daisy. Still in 5th. There we go. Into 4th, maybe. There we go, that's the end of lap 1, 4th place. 3 laps to go, 3 cars to overtake. Might get one here. There we go. So this is a relatively long track, so to have 4 laps this early is a little bit worrying for the second half of this limited series. But we'll see how we get on. Okay, so easily in 3rd, well ahead of 4th, on the tail of 2nd. There we go, 3rd at the end of lap 2. Second into lap 3. Oof. Hobson Mo enters the chat, says hello back, welcome along. Thanks for watching, thank you for saying hello in the chat, good to see you again. Okay, we've dropped back a bit. Let's see if we can catch back up to first. No, we've just messed this up. Oh, there you go. Okay, we're back on the tail of first. Heading towards the end of lap 3. Felt like that was a good exit to get on his tail there. That's not bad. There we go, got slipstream. There we go, can I get first? Yes. Okay, final lap in first place. Let's bring this home. I'll just check it our brake too late there. Might be an error at this bit. Just off. Can't remember if there's an endurance. So if there is, I'll not service the car. But if there isn't, then I'll service the car. A little bit late there on each of those braking zones. Never mind. Yards ahead of second though, so we're pulling away. There we go, first place. Robert Van Nistelrooy enters the chat, says big fan, as I am of yours. Oh no, that was Rude. Is Rude your brother? Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Right, don't service the car though, not just yet. Not just yet. Is no, there isn't. Right, so service the car. Service the car, it's free and it's instant. Let's get this autocross done at Francorchamps. Alan Ben says hello. Always nice catching your streams. Well, that's very kind of you, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Thank you for saying hello and good to see you again. My audio's gone quiet. Hopefully just for me. I'll turn that up again. I must have, I don't know what I've done. Hey, there we go. A bit of a skid. Easily though, in the time limit. There we go, that's better. First place on tier 8. %, reached. 10 gold. Not going to get any more gold today. one more race on Tier 8, speed record at Indianapolis road course. There's been a few on the road course this evening in this limited series. I think I can still easily get first without having to start well behind the start line. But let's see. Let's see if I'm proven right with that. I'm sure it won't be a problem. Yeah, so we're doing really well for time here. That was a longer cup though, Sebring International Circuit. Oh dear, that's a bad start. Let's hope I've not caused too much damage there. Okay. Here we go. First place. Boom. And I believe that is Tier 8 completed. This time, though, that was a bit longer, so I'm only 4 minutes ahead of schedule. But that's okay. Oh, here we go. Another endurance. That's not good. So I think what I'm going to do on Tier 9, yeah, we'll do the drag race, then we'll do the cup, and then with the car needing servicing, we'll do endurance. And then we'll make a call about where we're doing in terms of time. I am tempted to get Tier 10 done today. There we go. That is, excuse me, third place at the very least. Let's see if we can get second. Lord Night Moon says, all right, let me just, see there's a question before, let me just do this and then I'll get to the chat. There we go. That's a victory. So Robert Van Nistelrooy asks, so can you explain how to drive without assists? So Lord Night Mooner says you can start with slow cars, then practice. So I find there are two styles of learning in terms of doing without assists. So let me I'll come out of here and I'll sort of explain. So some people do the big bang. So the big bang is all assists off and basically just learn coming to grips with it. And those sort of people sort of do what Lord Night Moon do, which is you start off with the slower cars. It's a lot easier to react to errors and start learning where your braking points or braking zones are. I did it a slightly different way. So what I did is I mastered one section before moving on to another. So obviously started off with high and traction control on. So I found the best way of setting quicker times was first off take the brake assist to low, mastered that, and then I turned traction control off and mastered that. Those two settings, those two changes will have a big difference on your times on a lap. Then when you've mastered that, I did changing steering assist to high to low, and then I went brake assist to off, and then finally steering assist to off. So it does depend on how you learn. Some people learn big bang, and then obviously what they do is they effectively learn on slower cars and then move up to quicker cars. I find, for me personally, how I learn is mastering one change at a time, uh, and then turning it on. So there are two different ways you can master it is, and it is all to do with, I guess, your learning style in terms of your approach to driving cars in the game. So hopefully that helps. And but the key is, as Lord Night Moon has also gone on to say, practice. What we say here is practice makes better. It doesn't make perfect, but it does make better. So there we go. I hope that helps. Right, back into the game. So 55%. I'm going to do Mount Panorama. That's not bad. 2 laps to complete the cup. That's pretty good. Let's get racing. I suppose I just need to check that I have actually turned all the bits and pieces off. Yes, I have. Very good. But the other thing I would probably add as well, especially to do with brakes, is it is all about knowing those braking points. And they are different depending on the car. But normally once you've mastered a track and you know where the braking points are, you can normally adjust depending on the drivability of that car. So obviously having to brake later if the car has really a good balance, specifically on brakes and grip, or having to brake earlier if the brakes and grip are not as good as, say, the acceleration and top speed. In fact, if you go, I do actually have a series where what I did, I think at the time I did have some assists on, and I put a series together literally called Practice Makes Better. And what I did is I did multiple racing, first with lower PR cars and then moved all the way up to higher PR cars, of doing a time trial. So the idea being is if you can figure out the braking points on a single lap, you can then obviously extend that out to multiple lap racing. And obviously because the time is recorded, you can tell if you're indeed getting better. And as you can see there, even though I've got my assists off, I still make loads of mistakes. Mainly because I'm yapping away and I forget to brake. Okay, so we're in the second lap now. That was pretty good. We're in first place. It's looking good. I think I'm going to do tier 10. Although then again, I've still got the endurance to do. Yeah, let me have a think about that. Maybe just do the cup on tier 10, possibly. I'll tell you what, so far so good with this limited series. There hasn't been a banana skin, and in fairness to the cups, they've been relatively quick up to this point. Hey, there we go. Another example of an error there on my part. sure we get round the corner nice and safely. I am, after all, 300 yards ahead of second. Let's bring this home. Final corner. There we go. First place. Boom. Okay. So Robert Van Visseroy says, so is the Ferrari 499p a good car to start with? That's one of the better cars in the game, so its PR is quite hard, so it's a harder car to master. So I'd say no. John says, I take your approach on assist. Thank you very much, sir. That's very kind of you. And then goes on to say, the M4 competition, that would be a better car for sure. And says, thanks, man. You are most welcome. And the key is really just practice, learn from your mistakes. If you watch my when I do a stream on a Tuesday and I'm doing the weekly time trial, you'll see quite often I don't set the best time to begin with, but slowly but surely, as I learn the track again and learn the car, I get quicker and quicker. And it is all about practice. Right, okay, there we go. 57%. One more race to complete tier 9. It is endurance. Did I end up servicing the car because I forgot what I was doing? No, it didn't run out of durability. Oh. Right, okay, let's do this. Should do this quite easily. I only need to get to 6.2 miles. This will be a breeze. I'm just going to do... You know what, I will make this the last race of the day, and so I will go along. Let's see how many miles we can do. So we'll blow 6.2 out of the water for sure. Okay, 1 mile done already. There we go. Two miles almost done. I'll just stick behind this guy until the time drops below 80 seconds, just to maximise that 10-second reward. I don't think I need to overtake anyone else this lap, as I will get a timed reward to complete the first lap, so I'm just going to stay behind this guy. There we go. 1 lap completed, 3 miles on the scoreboard, 80 seconds still left on the clock. Right, now I can overtake him. There you go. So I'm going to get to 6.2 miles very easily, I'd say. There's 5th place. 4 miles on the scoreboard. Okay, 4th place, 5 miles on the scoreboard. I was thinking I might get to 12 or 13 miles, but at this moment in time, it doesn't look like I'm going to get anywhere near there. I will very easily get first place, though. There we go. Third. Oh, there's second, and there we go. That's first. So there we go. That's endurance done. But as I said, I'm going to go long. So let's see what miles I can complete. I think, if I was a guessing man, which I'm not, between 8 and 9 miles. I don't think I'm going to get much more than that. Which isn't brilliant, to be fair. I was expecting to get 12 or 13 miles. Nevertheless, all that matters is getting first. We've already got first. Slightly off track there. 8 miles on the scoreboard. If I get past this guy, I might get to the finish line and then score a little bit more time rewards. There we go. So I might get over 9 miles now. Whoops a daisy. There we go, 9 miles, probably finishing on about just over, maybe just under 9.5 miles. That's actually disappointing. There we go. Job done. Robert Van Nistelrooy says, tried no assist, first time in Circuit de Monaco. Oof, that's a tough circuit. I thought the car would really break. Man, was not a good track. Yeah, that is. I think this came up a few weeks ago on a stream. For me, that is probably one of the worst tracks in the game. Because obviously what happens specifically on the cups of this game is you always start in last place. So it is always about overtaking and getting to first place. And obviously if you watch F1, there's one circuit where you can't overtake at, which is Monaco. But I understand why everybody likes to do it, but it's a real hard track to overtake on. There we go. Lord Night Moon says Monaco is the hardest track in the game. I wouldn't disagree, but it's not my least favourite. So I don't mind Monaco because I know what it is, but I personally, again, it's another track I think shouldn't be in the game, because of what the game is all about, especially in terms of cup, which is you start in last place and you have to overtake all the other cars. It's very hard to do on Monaco. Right, there we go. So I've got to 60%. So this is normally the place where I end part 1. There will be a part 2 tomorrow, and part 2 will involve completing tiers 10 through to 15. So I guess I'll just make sure to service the car. It's ready to go. We'll be streaming earlier than what I did tonight, and the reason for that is that way I can take advantage of the 24-hour free instant servicing, the 24-hour free and instant servicing. So my plan is to start the stream with a couple of hours left on the servicing, and that should be enough time to take this all the way through to 100%. There we go. So part 2 tomorrow. All right. Let's take the game off screen and mute its audio. So hopefully if you enjoyed this video today, please give it a thumbs up and a like or a like. And if you'd like to see more of this type of content, please subscribe to the channel The Fifth Guardian on YouTube or follow the channel The Fifth Guardian on Rumble. With that being said, I hope whatever is left of your evening is a very good one, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. So until then, thank you and goodbye.